And as we speak to India's leading spiritual leaders, I am now joined by Swami Abhedananda of the Chinmaya Mission. Swamiji, namaskar. I am so glad to be speaking to you today and to be meeting you, though virtually, after such a long time. I hope you are well.
So nice to see you.
I hope you are well.
And greetings to all the viewers.
Swamiji, thank you, Swami. Swamiji, you have taken Bhagwan Sri Ram's philosophy to a global level through the Chinmaya Mission, including South Africa, Singapore, across the world. And now you are witnessing this big event tomorrow, along with all other Hindu spiritual leaders. So firstly, you recently spoke about correcting the mistakes of looters and invaders. Looters and invaders. What made you say that? And can you expound on that in a little more detail?
See, Arnav, that any mistake that is not corrected, I always say it doesn't repeat, but it repeats with its bigger magnitude. And, I respect your faith, you respect my faith. This is how we can survive with each other. The whole world is a big body of the God. Each organ can exist only when I allow other organ to exist. But when I disturb your organ, other organ, then that other organ will not allow me also to survive. So the invaders, the looters, sometimes like Babars or other people, they came, and the whole peace of anybody, the joy of any person, the joy of any civilization depends on its faith system or its knowledge system. And temples are not just a temple. It represents our faith, it represents our value system, it represents our knowledge, and it is broken. It means I can break your faith and my faith is more stronger than your faith. That is not true. Our faith or any faith is dependent on the Lord who is at all place at all time. And therefore, it is not the breaking of the temple. It is as if you are trying to break the truth, and truth is that which is unbreakable. What is breakable cannot be the truth. And if these mistakes are not corrected, then an ordinary person will only think that my faith or my God was not strong enough. It is a victory of the dharma over adharma, of the satya on the asatya, of the ignorance on the knowledge, of the knowledge on the ignorance. And this is what I say, that the mistakes has to be corrected, and that was not corrected for a long time. And therefore we had to suffer a lot because of this non-correction of the mistake. Our Puj Gurudev Swami Chinmayanand ji, when this Ram Janmabhoomi movement started, he also said the same thing, that this mistake was there and we have to be bold enough to correct that. Those countries or those histories or those people or those civilizations who don't correct their mistake, do you think this mistake will remain a mistake? Tomorrow every temple will be broken, and we'll be habituated to live in the slavery mood that my temple is not strong enough, my God is not strong enough, the saints are not strong enough, we are not strong enough to defend ourselves. And therefore I am saying that these mistakes, these colossal mistakes, we should be correcting. The earlier the better. The later we are, the more difficult it becomes to correct those mistakes.
Swamiji, the role of spiritual leaders like you is very important because you take Hinduism across the entire world. And I'm also joined by Pradeep Chakrabarti, well-known historian. Before I take this forward, Swamiji, with you, Mr. Chakrabarti, good evening. I hope you can hear me.
Yes. Can you hear me?
As a historian, what is the historical significance of tomorrow's event in the making of a new India?
This is an enormously important event. Sri Aurobindo once said that Valmiki is a great poet and the Mahabharata is a great poem. If you read the Valmiki Ramayana, you'll clearly understand that what Valmiki is trying to do is to create a mental, cultural nation of India together. Case in point, the part in Kishkinda Kanda where Sugriva assigns different armies to search for Sita. The descriptions of India are so detailed. And I think this is what Valmiki was trying to do. He was trying to bring the people of India together. And I think what we should be truly proud about is in this culture, Valmiki Ramayana may be the oldest, but it is not the authoritative one. Every region has its own Ramayana, and I think that's where I really appreciated the PM coming all the way to my part of Tamil Nadu and listening to the Kamba Ramayana. And each of these Ramayanas are beautiful and important in their own way. And all of them ultimately look at least two things, in my opinion. One is it goes back to the very first shloka of the Ramayana, or the second one. Kon asmin sampradam loke gunavan kastaviryavan dharmagnasya kritagnasya satyavakya dradadradha. Tell me today in this world, who is somebody who is conscientious? Who is somebody who has all the gunas? Who is somebody who is persistent? Who is somebody who speaks the truth? Who is somebody who does the right thing for himself and for the world around us? And even Rama, for all the difficulties it goes through, and I think that's the lesson of the Ramayana, right? That even a great prince, there can be good days and there can be bad days, and we have to go through all of that. Even somebody like Rama, at the end of the day, he was unable to vanquish Ravana. And Agastya had to come and teach him the Aditya Hridaya. And of course, metaphorically, when he said the Aditya Hridaya, he was praying to the sun god, but in a way, he was also casting that light within himself. And Rama had to fight and win the Ravana within him, the evil within him, before he could kill the evil outside. And I think that's the ultimate message of the Ramayana, that evil is not outside, it's really within us. And we control our destiny. The world around us is what we make it out to be, and we need to be able to live the Rama within us. And I think what Valmiki did in that day has happened today with so many people from across India. I've been looking at your visuals. I've been to Ayodhya many years back on work, but I can see that the groundswell of people are common people. I think that's really important, Arnab, because science today has unraveled so many mysteries. But religion and stories and itihasas like the Ramayana will always have a place because they give us hope. And at the end of the day, maybe you and I and many people watching this TV are fairly privileged. I mean, we get our 3 square meals a day, we've got a roof over our head, and we certainly have the money to have a TV connection. But there's so many people in India whose daily life is such a drudgery. And for them, if this gives hope that there is a better day tomorrow, I think who are we to take it away? And I think that's the hope that we are seeing today. And I'm truly happy that this has come together. But I also have a note of caution, Arnab, which is that when we've done this, this is a very creditable thing, and we should go ahead and do this. And I'm happy this is happening. But once this has died down, all of us who plan to visit this temple, we should also support the many hundreds, if not thousands, of Rama temples that are languishing across India.